Hey fourth grade families, I just wanted to check in with you all. So this is our first week of May. We have a little bit longer of school left. With the assignments that I sent out this week, I am not going to make them due by Saturday. I am going to actually have them due by next week, probably next week by Wednesday. I may add a couple different things next week, maybe some virtual tours and things like that, but I do not think I'm going to be adding a lot of extra work after this point. I know the math might take a little while longer. That's why I'm not going to make anything due until next week. I just think that would be more fair. I did go through the 3 different ways that kiddos can use to figure out how to do the division. I didn't send those out to confuse you or the kiddos. The reason I sent those out is those 3 different ways are ways that different kiddos connect with dividing. And I know that we all have had more experience with the long division, and that's what we're all most comfortable with. And generally, most of the kiddos are more comfortable with that too. The reason I showed the other ways are because some kids really connect with that. And I wanted to make sure that they had that available in case that was a way that they would connect better. Also, it does help them see and make better number sense with the numbers. If we break it down like that, it gives them the opportunity to actually see how the numbers work instead of just blindly memorizing facts and things like that. If they're just memorizing things, it doesn't always mean that they're actually understanding how those numbers work together and how they're actually numbers are families, like how inverses of multiplying, the inverse is division, and how the inverse of addition is subtraction, and how they work together. So I think it's important to show them the different ways. It's not to confuse anyone. It's more of an opportunity just so that they get that experience, and then they have the choice of which way works best for them. And it's worked really well in class doing it that way. I'm hoping it's going to work doing it online like that too. If you're having trouble with it though, please contact me. I'm willing to take time to work with your kiddo just on their own and me through Zoom, whatever needs to be done to help them with it. If it is taking them a really, really long time to work through the math, let me know. I'll cut down the assignment. What I want is them to be feeling successful, not stressed. And some of the kiddos will really get it and go through it really fast. And some of my 4th graders might feel a little challenged and it might feel overwhelming. And I don't want them to sit there and work on something that is just frustrating them. So please be in contact with me. I'm not going to be upset if we have to cut the assignment back on the math. In fact, I expect that might happen with a couple of the kids, and I'm ready for that. And that's why I wanted to send this video out so that you know that that is okay, totally okay if we have to change that a little bit for them too. I tried to leave the assignments open-ended again. I'm loving the videos that I'm getting back of the kids doing things. Some of you are getting really creative, and it's awesome, and I love it. And it's making me feel connected with them, even though I don't get to see them. And I really appreciate that. And I truly appreciate everything each and every one of you is doing with your child. It's, you guys are all amazing, and you're doing wonderful. So with that said, this will probably be our last week of heavy duty work. From this point on, I am really going to I'm going to be cutting back on things. I want to maybe try and schedule a virtual tour if possible, and we'll see where we go from there. I'm hoping the weather gets nicer. This week looks like it's not going to be quite as nice as we had the last little bit here. So I am thinking about you all. I'm thinking about my kiddos, my students, and I miss them all very much. This week I will not be doing individual Zooms unless somebody needs extra help. The reason I'm not is I'm going to try and spend some time in my classroom. I need to get some stuff done in there that I have not. I put it off. I guess I will be honest, I was hoping that things would clear up and that we'd actually get to go back to school. Even though I knew it probably wasn't going to happen, and now that reality has set in, it's time that I get my room in order and those kind of things. Requisitions, room in order, clean, take their name tags off the desk, all those things that I waited on in hopes that we would go back, but it's not going to happen. So that needs to be taken care of too. But I still am available if you guys need me and if my kiddos need me. And we will have the Zoom, our whole class Zoom, on Wednesday at 1:30. I will send that information out as a reminder. I know most of you still probably have that login, but in case it's missing, I will be sending that out for you too. I hope you're all doing really well. I miss the kiddos.